What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Those of us who grew up in the 1980s and early 1990s, we definitely remember Beetlejuice, the ghost with the most. First, the movie that came out in 1988, the Tim Burton classic, which was a box office success. Beetlejuice, of course, became a cultural phenomenon. There was a cartoon that aired for a couple of years based upon the character. There was merchandise. There were amusement parks that had individuals dressed in his likeness. Kids loved Beetlejuice. The thing I found out that was interesting was Tim Burton originally wanted Beetlejuice to be a darker character. By that I mean more evil, more sinister, scary, like I guess Poltergeist. But eventually he decided to make him to tone him down and to make him a little bit more comical, make him more of a prankster, more of a nuisance rather than pure evil. And I think that was the right call. Another thing I found out was originally Sammy Davis Jr. was going to play Beetlejuice, and he was going to be something of a winged demon when he was in demonic form, and Sammy Davis Jr. when he wasn't. But I'm kind of glad that didn't happen, But anyway, of course, when we think of Beetlejuice, and I'm not slighting the guy that does him now on Broadway. He's done a great job, and he played him on Teen Titans Go recently. But when I think of Beetlejuice, and I think when you think of Beetlejuice, we think of one person, and that's Michael Keaton. Now the other guy that did his voice too in the cartoons, he cool too. But when I think of Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton. Now this is the problem. Originally, there was going to be a sequel in 1991 called Beetlejuice Goes to Hawaii or something like that, right? And I don't know why he would be in Hawaii, but that never really panned out. And the sequel has been in development hell for decades. Either no one wanted to really touch it, or Tim Burton would half commit and lose interest. But the 90s turned into the 2000s, then the 2000 teens, and now we're in 2023, some 35 years later. Now, thankfully, Michael Keaton, who is in his early 70s, I believe now, about to turn, I think he's in his early 70s now, yeah. He really hasn't aged that much. I mean, yeah, his hair's turned white. He doesn't have much hair. But he's kept in great shape. I mean, he just played Batman again, so in makeup, he wouldn't really look that much different. And, he's aged very gracefully. So, I could see him still playing Beetlejuice, and he's going to play Beetlejuice. He's going to play Beetlejuice. It's official. Filming will begin a little bit later this year. But Michael Keaton will reprise his role as Beetlejuice. And I think he can pull it off. Even though he's 70, 71, in makeup, he's not going to look that much different. May not be as quick with his movements, but I think he can pull it off. Hell, look, they just did a remake of Hocus Pocus 30 years later. And that they could do it. So, yeah, he could do it. The movie really is going to be made off the strength of Jenny Ortega, who, of course, is in the new Scream movie, and, of course, she's starring in a series on Netflix where she plays Wednesday. Of course, Wednesday, the daughter character of the Addams Family. That show, that series is a smash hit. So apparently, from what I'm understanding, Jenny Ortega is going to play the daughter of Lydia. Of course, Lydia is played by Winona Ryder in the movie from the 80s. Now, it's official that Michael Keaton is going to be Beetlejuice. Jenny Ortega is going to be the daughter of Lydia. But I don't know if anybody else is going to reprise their roles from the first movie. Now, I could see Winona Ryder coming back and playing Lydia. But here's the tricky part. In today's climate, could you see Jeffrey Jones coming back as the father? I could see Catherine O'Hara coming back, making a cameo. Who was fine as hell in her day. But I don't know about Jeffrey Jones. If you know what I'm talking about, you know his past, his history. I don't see him coming back. Now, unfortunately, the actor that played Ortho is deceased. So, that's not going to be possible. And I don't know if I'll see, I just can't see. I would be shocked if Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis came back and played their characters. I'd just be shocked at that point if they were to reprise their roles. So, if anything, you might just see a new cast of characters. If I had to take a guess, Catherine O'Hara may come back and reprise her role as Lydia's mother, but I think they'll recast the role of the father. That's what I probably would think that's going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'm glad that they're doing another Beetlejuice. Now, you just got to hope that this movie doesn't suck. And one of the things that I'm hoping doesn't happen, and I think it's going to happen, and I hope it doesn't, I don't want to see a girl power movie wrapped around Beetlejuice. I don't want to see that, and I don't like the idea of them possibly toning shit down. You know what I mean by that, man? Like, there's certain things that you can't do in movies today that Beetlejuice, in those days, you could do. So I don't want them to tone the movie down, make it too fucking kid-friendly. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Don't do that, man. So anyway, just want to put that out there. Tell me what you guys think.